Good morning. Welcome to Options Tender. It is Thursday, 1/7/21. It's kind of weird saying 21, but we are in the new year. Check this out. Look at this little candle. That's January. Just a little. We turned green though for the month. And what a wild day yesterday. We had Fed minutes and a lot of news going on. So we had some volatility, but we stick to our game plan. Okay, we're going to look on some higher time frames for the ES. And then we'll look at some individual names, see where we're going today in the market. Up here on the monthly, we have our Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're working on wave 5. We have our momentum headed to the upside. We're gonna take these off here. We usually take these off before we go. I don't like to crowd the indicators for you guys because we mostly want to see the momentum. We want to layer, show you what we're doing if you're just now visiting us. First of all, subscribe, hit the notification, like the video so we can get this out to other people. But we want to layer, we have the Elliott waves. It gives us a structure to look for. Are we in an uptrend? What part of the uptrend are we in? Okay, so look up Elliott waves. There's 5 waves in this structure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and ending on a 5. Will we end up here? You know, we're looking at a channel here. Will we break out of the channel? We don't know that, but we're going to play it day by day, month by month. Okay, moving on to the weekly. Sorry it takes so long in there. Weekly Elliott wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and working on 5 here. Look at that nice doji. We're pushing on ups here for the week. We still have 2 more days of trading, so we'll see where that goes. Keeping up with, here's some momentum to the upside. Bullish, 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 and trend is my friend. All right, we have Elliott 1, 2, 3, and what we believe is the end of wave 3. Yes. So the end of wave 3, moving on to wave 4. We made a new high, so we know that this downtrend is complete and we're moving on up. Now, I did see in another video that this full wave here is a 3. You know, we're never perfect on our counts. We'll see. That's why we don't count, no pun intended, we don't count on one indicator like our Elliott waves to tell us what we're doing. We layer things on. So we have our minute wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and what we believe ended at 5 here. So that's why we thought this is a wave 4 for the larger wave count. Okay, but all with our other gauges, we're still over the 8 MA. We're bullish. We do not fight the trend. We have an inside day. Hopefully we can break out above yesterday's range. Also here on momentum. Remember, we're watching. We've been cautious since a few weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and we still are. We're waiting for that nice MACD crossover to the bullish side, and then we can be a little bit more aggressive. But right now, this can reject off here at any time. We're making we're still making some headway here, you know, to the upside with price while the momentum indicator is resetting. So we like that. But once we cross to the upside, then it's somewhat home free. Probabilities go a little bit better for us. So let's look at the daily chart just to get a view of what's going to happen today. All right, ignore all these squiggly lines and we'll get down deep here. So we had our correction here for the end of wave 4. And we now know that we confirmed in a wave 5 here. So we have 1, 2, 3, down to 4. And we're working on wave 5 now. So we're getting late in the game here. We may make another new high. That's where we think we're going. But look at the indicator. Look at the MACD. We're crossing over, losing momentum. This may be a great time to put on some more put protection. Now you can do that with the VXX, like I showed. I'll put a link to the video for Monday. You know, if you're getting nervous about your positions, you may want to put on some protection with the VXX. Lighten up on your trades. There's many things that you could do, or you can actually play to the downside. But remember, that's going to be a counter trend trade. So if you do puts or use that VXX, just to know that we are still technically in an uptrend. We just may need to correct. Okay, so let's look at some individual names here. We're going to move on to the daily. I'm going to visit back to a few names. I want to show you what's happening with BABA. In our video 2 days ago, we just considered BABA a beautiful buy now trade. And if you're looking at too short of a time frame, then you may not understand what happened yesterday. There was some news, bad news, that they may be considered be taken off the list for exports, imports, whatever. You know, I don't base my trading off of news. We had this huge ABC correction, and now I believe we're going to resume to the upside. So what's happening right now? Wave 1 down to wave 2. Well, here is your nuance, okay? Here's what happened yesterday. We have our wave 1, 2, and we actually thought this might be the end of wave 2 and moving on up, right? That may not be the case. Now, once price breaks underneath this level here, then we know that we are definitely not in a wave 2. We're actually going to be in a B, C correction. We may come back down here to the support here, but where do we set our stop? You know, we're 3 weeks, 4 weeks out on this trade with our options. Where do we set our stop? Well, the wave 1 here is invalidated if we get underneath this support here. Then we have to reset all of our account. We're wrong. We're reevaluate, probably move on to a new name. But we're holding this because this can be 100% retracement. Once you go to wave 1, this ABC can go all the way down to here at this 211-ish range and still be active. Okay, so you have to put some time on your options. If you're playing options, give yourself time. I'm going to say that over and over. Give yourself time. If you bought the stock outright, you're good. You're still going to set your stop here, though, because you need to reevaluate what's happening with the overall stock. Okay, moving on real quick. Thanks for your patience. Real quick on the other names. NEO still looking really good. It did reject yesterday off of the resistance here, but we are above the 8MA. We're still bullish. We have the crossover. NEO looking good. WAB, fantastic. We have the huge wave 1 back to 2. That is now over. We're on our minute wave 1, 2, and moving on to 3. Look at a huge move yesterday in WAB. dkng coming alive. All right, dking's the same thing. So you have our huge 1, 2. We think we're moving on to 3 now, but 3 won't be confirmed until we get over wave 1. Okay, so we had beautiful minute wave 1 here yesterday, and we got rejected back into the gap, right? But we held the 8-day, and what I think is now just on a wave 2. Now you can't see that here on the daily very well, but we may have to come down a little bit more, and it'll be invalidated if we go underneath this support here. So right now we're pulling back. We're gonna look. We mentioned this in a video 2-3 days ago. What was it? Yesterday we mentioned this name. So we want this to come back, and we are jumping in here on options tender on a wave 2 somewhere back here, wherever. It may be over now and move on up, but we'll have to look at that on the lower time frame. And the last name, pltr, pltr. All right, we have an inside day. We believe we completed our correction from wave 4. We have 1 A, B, C correction finished. And if it would have came underneath the 4 here, we would have invalidated that, right? So we are now on wave 2, minute wave 2. We moved up. We rejected off the AMA, so we don't know if this is a good name yet, right? So we are actually gapping up just a little bit today, but we're gonna break out of here one way or the other, and that's how we're gonna play this. Look at our momentum. Technically, it's down, but I do believe we're making a bottoming process. So we gave this some time. We gave this time for the momentum to turn. Okay, thank you. I hope you learned something off of this. I hope this helps. Please let me know, comment, hit the like, and good luck trading today. All right, that's it for us. Have a good day. Thank you for visiting Options Tender.